to use. Horn blower 2. What a guy. Alright, get out of here. Danzig needs some boats. Loads of caravels over in Stettin, which is good to know. Also good to know that Stettin is free to make me more. Does this seem excessive? Won't seem excessive in the... Holy crap, what is this? Why is Stettin so huge? Stettin, yeah, this is part of what's helping with starvation. Places with loads of people, but something. Yeah, that sounds about right. I got 107. The AI has built a ton of businesses. That's the problem. The AI is keeping up with the whole business thing, and I don't want them to. I need to murder this population considerably. I have 104 clay pits, but I have some other buildings here. Where? Why? What would I have here? Okay, I got some smelters that I keep at low utilization. I had hoped that would stop the AI from building more buildings, but maybe they already started with tons of them. It's hard to say. I could check on Lubeck. Yeah, I sorted Lubeck and they didn't unsort it. So I guess we're demolishing a whole bunch of tailors.
Now that's an offer I simply cannot refuse. Take the business with my blessing.
Oh, we will. So, bidding and demolishing. This is why if you want to make a perfect Hansa, make like a mini perfect Hansa. Blockade the places you don't like, burn them to the ground, and have just enough cities that you can produce everything you need. Because doing it everywhere, especially with these places that existed from the start, it's an expensive clickfest to do this. And there are these things like wineries, which are holy crivens expensive. Still, mine now. And gone now. Joke price. That's almost 1,000th of what you charged me. Stettin was a mistake, Jake. We're in need of a new governor. Well, look, I'm massacring the population as fast as I can here. Although it would be a good idea to get the people mover over here to move them. Can I get there fast enough? Nice. North Germans, you're mine. Still, the tailors are the cheapest things to buy and tear down, and so I will buy them, and so I shall tear them down. Admittedly, it will just help the clay be thrown about a bit more, which we don't really need, but it'll also reduce the amount of people here eating my food. Because my food production, my everything production, is planned around all cities being at 10,000 except for Haarlem. Rostov is kind of okay, or Rostock rather, is okay being at 20,000 because they do produce food. Only one type of food, which is disappointing, but it's still food. Man, these wineries are making me cry, they're so expensive. It's the tailors that need to go. They're the cheapest ones to buy and demolish. So where are the other ones? Don't hold out on me. Oh, there's 6. They're getting more expensive. I think this is karma for all the times that the game paid me to build businesses. And it paid me pretty sickening amounts of money. There we go. That crushed the population quite a bit. Not as much as I would like, but crushed it. And since we're actually overproducing clay, I'm going to kill some more people. There we go. And I actually don't need anybody here, that's fine. Alright, that dealt with Stettin overpopulation somewhat. Where else is vastly overpopulated? Probably worth checking places that they've managed to beat the odds and erect a cathedral. It's nice that London's dying, but well, they make good beer, so that's okay. Bruges didn't beat it. Haarlem bet it, but that was the entire point. And Wagen didn't. Cologne did. Cologne I didn't put in bold either, that's a problem. Okay. Bolded now. Cologne, population high, business numbers high. Housing occupancy also somewhat high. 102 businesses. I got 102 businesses. I mean, I could build a business that I simply don't use. I also have a lot of houses that I'm not putting to work. I could also just buy one of these.
You're willing to pay many times what this business is worth? I'm sure I can't imagine how you ever made it this far.
You shut your chops there. I know what I'm doing. Okay, that should be okay. Just about keeping the competitor stamped down. But I'm kind of in serious need of more money to do that. Alright, who else beat the odds? You did not. Bremen did, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Why are you struggling? I built all these hemp farms, but I have something else, right? I got grain farms that I'm going to keep at no utilization. Still, the AI already has 20 buildings, so yeah, 20 expensive buildings. So that's really what I need. I need hundreds of millions of ducats to go and destroy my competitors' buildings to get the equilibrium, which I am still looking for, regardless how things may look. What about you though? You never got that minister. That's fine though. That is more than fine. Even if I can only build cogs here. What's the starting date, Jake? It was 10 years ago, 1370. So in 10 years we become a multi-millionaire, maybe even billionaire. Okay, our wealth is 307 million, which is no small amount. Hamburg beat the odds, but I do keep you. My utilization is a little too low here, sadly. I'm not making enough weavings, but I'm at least probably keeping the population in check. I mean, I'm not seeing it grow. Would have grown a lot before. Ripon did not beat the odds. Bergen, we can laugh because we've kept them capped for a long time. They're good. Oslo's good. Gothenburg I own. I don't even check. Hallberg was fine. Malmö I caught. Nevsted and Flensburg are mine, so I know they're good. Lübeck I was just working on. And as long as that... Okay, I should make a note of that. Lübeck businesses should always be at 115, or else AI sees through my tricks. Yet another note for the little Patrician notepad. Wagon depot. Okay, now Rostock, I might consider axing the people here. But then, all this grain. Kinda need that grain. Rostock. It's meant to have 15 clay, 68 grain, 17 cloth. So really I vastly overproduced the cloth, and yet it doesn't feel like it. That's kind of odd, because I mean, look at all this wool I get. Oh, well, we have the clay pits working, we've got grain farms going. It's no bad deal over here. Alright, those guys aside, Stettin, I don't remember you beating the odds, but you did. You've got yourself a pimping cathedral. And I got all these clay pits, but I was just wrestling with you, so Stettin we know is cool. To a degree. Aarhus is mine, and again we can see that it is, not a speck of red on the minimap. Plenty of sawmills keeping hard at work though. Kongsberg is battling with famine, so it's never going to battle past the minister thing. I built plenty of chapels to keep them relatively happy. So hopefully this starvation malarkey won't kill too many. Oh, it's killing a lot of them. That's a damn shame. Just need more food flowing. Alright, Riga we all well and remember beat the odds. However, I've been keeping Riga's population fairly tanned in for a long time. It's just a case of destroying the AI stuff. But that's good though, that's a strong hint that the AI does not see through my tricks. Stockholm is way too big for its breaches. And I'm already keeping this thing underutilized. So I have a lot to destroy in Stockholm. And it needs a lot more honey. Pretty sure I told them to keep hold of tons of honey. Well, maybe that's not tons enough. Still, it actually needs that honey in the first place. Which is strange that it doesn't, you know, get plenty of it with Lübeck right there. And Cologne right here. So, color me mystified. Where is our Cologne boat anyway? Cologne to Haarlem, Thrill House. 1,004 days. Well, in 4 days you make considerably more than 1,000, so I know the honey doesn't flow enough to Haarlem. You should be bigger. You should be quite a bit bigger. What I can do is go to somewhere that I know stocks up on river cogs. Like this diseasy place. And just take them. And then sail on over here so that I have them to exchange with whenever. A winning formula. Just finished watching Fnatic win the HGC. I'm not going to pretend to know what that is. Now I can beat insomnia with Jake. What better way to end the day? Well, sleeping is the best way to end any day. I'll give you that. Crushed. Alright, so our river cogs are here. Notice that they took damage on that one not very long journey. Nimwagen's hemp is kept in check there. Warlord Genway knows what to do. That's what we need, Thrillho. 2 river cogs will deal with what one could not. Still, it's kind of nice to just press spacebar and make money. As long as there's no starvation. Kongsberg beat starvation, which is good. They're a little, you know, recessing right now, but they'll figure it out. But I mean, how did they beat it? They got the grain, sure. Okay, cheese is starting to flow properly. I'm hoping that eventually I have too much cheese here. That would be a blessing. Too much salt, almost. I say almost because I'm not even sure if there's such a thing. But that could tell me that bacon is not big enough. Because yes, salt does not flow over to the east or probably even the north well enough. And it's the one thing that needs to flow incredibly heavily. Because I need that meat and I need that fish. Some people don't count that, but I do. So where is he? He'll be under salt. Salt bathtub does the east, he's fine. Dusty girl does the center, and I think they're doing a fine job. Salt west here could be bigger. Bacon is heading to Stavanger. We'll get them another Carvel. And then Bath. No, it was Naffle. No, need more. Need more Naffle. Oh, go figure, there's nothing in Bruges. Why is Bruges not making me anything? Lift some bloomin' weight. I mean, if I was a patient man, I'd visit every one of the 34 coastal cities. Sorry, 33 of them. And assign about 20 ships on all of them. Not that patient. There you go. You can have 3 of them, I'm that generous. Nimwegen to Haarlem, hemp, Ryukyu. Don't I have 2 Nimwegen to what sits with hemp? Yeah, I do. And you're pretty good. 0, 3, 4, 5. And you're not so good. And just to be sure that I have 2 of you. Yeah. You gotta go. I don't care. You got Princess Diana on board. Dump that stuff. And now we found wherever the other one is. And we say you get 2. Wait, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. There you go. Jake, is there not any reason you're having each city build large shipyards? Yes, there's a very good reason. Hold that thought whilst I ensure that I'm building 1,000,000 Carvels in Haarlem. Great. Okay, let's pick a city, any city. Groningen will do, because they have a large... No, they don't have a large shipyard. Perfect. To save myself a lot of trouble, what I really want to see are these ministers, because just having a minister caps population at 10,000 makes organization a lot easier. Unfortunately, if I'm not the mayor of a city, and I'm not in Groningen, they dilly-dally with what to do here, and you can only ever vote on one thing. And for some reason, when it's defensive tower and Hanseatic city status, they get stuck, even though defensive tower is winning. I don't know why, they just do. So, where was I even going with that? Because they're stuck, they can't actually build the cathedral, but they also can't build a bigger shipyard, and it's not even an option for me to do here. Still, I'm happy enough with them being stuck there, even if it means I just have the small shipyard, because cogs are still usually useful in one way or another, and as long as it keeps them stuck at 10,000. They'll all be upgraded eventually, just not now. Alright, this is very satisfactory. And it would be more satisfactory if Haarlem was dripping with salt right now. Also Blackstaff. Grab that. I want some treasure. Even though treasure could not be much more useless to me right now, it's still money. If only I knew where that was. There we go. Lovely. So let that money flow. Still think I got too many too many metal tools. But I don't see anywhere that really... Okay, Oslo needs them? It strikes me as very strange that the center would not have enough metal tools. It's possible, I just find it very strange. But these are the kinds of things I check because it tells me that I'm not efficiently distributing my items enough. So I go down to tool, find whoever does tool center. Your tool center, okay, you're only 600 and you're mixed. I don't like mixed. Unfortunately, Oslo is very good at mixing crap, so I'm going to bring you along with me. And we're going to get you to... I don't really care where, but Stettin might do. Oh, well, doesn't it just? Take a Carvel, ditch everything else, and that'll be plenty enough goods to see to the center. Now, what else is under-delivered? I mean, sure, mead is barely delivered because I barely make any because for some reason, for some unknown reason, I struggle with producing honey. I struggle bad. I mean, it's here. It must be going out. I think more the thing is people are filling up on honey right now. It'll take a while before I actually have a decent surplus of the stuff. Which is okay. I mean, I could artificially bump up the Lübecker business numbers. I mean, I did write in massive writing here, Lübeck business should always be at 115 or else the AI sees through my tricks. I could just change that number. I mean, in the grander scheme of things, if we look over at super grand thing, Lübeck, wherever they are, I'm sure they're right here, is meant to produce hundreds of wood. Oh, okay. Cologne is meant to be the honey master. Okay, well, go figure. Well, I'm not expanding on this this beekeeping operation then. Clearly I need to get my wood in place. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's keep that money flowing. Let's also wonder why Hamburg is short on wood. I mean, Hamburg make me my weavings, and why are they short on wool? That I also don't get. I mean, we're going to have wool flowing like crazy here. I mean, it's that lack of production that means wool is piling up here. It's like I'm playing Catan. The weakest trade good. But, you know, what would be nice if the tavern guy says we need wool. Unfortunately, that is wood. And no, I need the wood. I always need wood. Jake, have you considered modeling and then playing the game entirely in Excel? Sometimes I think I am. The grain just isn't going up. It's scary because I vastly overproduce grain. Makes me wonder to what lengths one man must go to feed a large population. Is that a pirate? Oh, I'm glad I got notified of that. London has finished their wall. Population is obscenely high. Or rather, population being stuffed into these houses. I would make a joke, but that would be really grim. Still, though, gotta cram a lot of people into houses here. Specifically, I think I need to build about 70 of these. And trust me, I do not have the building material on hand to do that. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. Also, you are not in a good place, so demolish. Ah yes, the good old bagpipes of London. I think they're my favourite instrument. Right next to the war oboe. Incidentally known as a hautboys. Right, come on. I'm sure there's some fun to be had here. Oh, who am I kidding? It's trying to build things in this. Anyway, what What is that? The heck is that? There we go. That's the straight edge I'm looking for. All this space, but you certainly can't build there. Meanwhile, I built right into the mountains in, where was it, Stockholm? This game is actually insane, so try not to think about it too much. I messed this up. Remember Banished? That was good time. That was healing time. There we go, that should be enough. Yeah, not even by a long shot, but it is enough. And they're going to be short on a lot of building materials here. Could get the wild card on it, and I don't see much reason not to. Kinda odd that I'm so short on wood as well, given how much I jacked up production of that. Jake, does it hurt you making all this grids? Yes, it does. There you go, eat these goods. Also, do Minden still hate me? No, oddly enough, they don't hate me so much. I have been doing a bit of auto trading around here, which is why we hear that annoying explosion every now and then. Wagon attacked, and they killed almost all of my escorts. That's why they keep taking all my goodies. I do not like these people. Alright, but this is good to see a sincere lack of starvation, because the cheese is finally flowing. In fact, Helsinki is flowing with too much cheese. I need to see to that. So I need to find the Helsinki cheesy guy. It's called Hell or something like that. I mean, I was hoping I could just find him here. I could just poach. Hell Rostock cheese. And I thought you'd be plenty big enough for this, but I can give you a couple of carvels, make you do twice as much hauling. Because really what you need to haul are the Novgorod cheese, which is like 2,000 every 10 days, and the Helsinki cheese, which is, well, a couple of carvels will do. And then we should finally have so much cheese that I don't have to worry anymore. Still concerned about Haarlem's terrifically low amount of salt. I mean, maybe it's something that sorts itself out. I could also just watch the salt here, see what happens to it. We get a decent amount, it goes down fast because we keep using it for fish. Speaking of fish, we got a lot of fish. It just goes down so fast. I feel like I should have a specific salt guy for you. But I could also just solve it by having yet another large salt guy do the east. Because you're not the only one that needs tons of salt. It's up in Bergen and Stavanger as well. And incidentally, the meat is not flowing out of you. Which is why exactly? You should have a meat guy right here. How are you doing on the meat? You're fine. Oslo, fine. Do I even have a Stavanger meat guy? I'm sure I do. Sta to Rostock meet the SS, no taxes, strikes again. He's off to Rostock, that's fine. But Stavanger. You produce 100 meat a day. This journey takes 7 days, including breaks. I want you to have a capacity of 1,000. 2,000, you say? Why not? Alright, that should solve our meat problems. Oh! Right, Ulfson needs to die. Fortunately, I can give myself that job. I just go to official duties. Ulfson, yes, we'll destroy you. I don't care about the other things, and then I take that mission for myself. It's nice. Notice how we barely had to, and by which I mean not at all, had to deal with pirates during this time. This will be the first one. First off, take down the crappy ship, then take down the slightly less crappy ship. What exactly is the goal of this game? Perfection. Dr. Giraud would be proud.